everybody, and thank you for returning to ReligionWinked TV, where today we are going to talk about the 8 P's that may make God, Yahweh, of the Bible, of the universe, the creator, look bad. If this is your first time here, please subscribe because my spiritual ears stay. Yes. All right, guys. So on the way home from work today, I was thinking about the letter P for some reason, and I came up with 8 words that, I feel as the first one being people, we sometimes make God look bad, right? We sometimes make him look bad as people. I generally do not see, the birds. Sometimes they attack people. That may make God look bad because certain birds ain't meant to attack people. But we all seen that damn Albert Hitchcock movie, right? The birds. But anyway, the birds, the fish, you have some beasts that God created that turn on human beings and, tend to make God look bad, like dogs. I mean, even house pets and things like that. They've been known to turn on their master for whatever reason. But generally, people have more of a tendency of making God look bad than any other species in the world. And I don't know why it came up to me because I try to be original over here to the one person listening. 8 letters that begin with the letter P came to mind. People being one because that's the broad category. So then we're going to get to the next one. I don't want to tarry here too long. And I'm going to try to share this. If you guys give me a moment, I did pull up some add to Chrome, share screen. How come I gotta add that to Chrome? Oh, okay. I don't know what it's just asking me to do. Add an extension or something, but hold on, guys. I'm going to see if I can share something with you because I did pull up pictures to represent the 8, categories just to give you a visualization of how 8 categories starting with the letter P, people being one. Then within the category of people, there's 7 different subdivisions of people that are titled or under an umbrella that begins with the letter P. And if I can go ahead and share my screen, which I can. All right, Chrome tab. Here we go. Let's get to the first one, people. All right, now I hope, like I said, I'm using these pictures for fair use here, guys. So basically, people. And generally, when you look for a mass amount of people, you Google, information, you'll find 1 or 2 black people within a, greater majority of white people. And the way I feel about the way this world is, this picture is perfect for me because through slavery, through oppression, through white supremacy and everything else, people have made God look bad or may have a tendency of making God look bad in this world. Definitely. All different kind of races, doing all different kinds of things. And I just want to show you that people have a tendency of definitely making God look bad. Okay, so next, I'm going to go ahead and try and stop sharing that and then close this out, and we'll be ready to go to the next one, which you're going to say, well, why do you feel this way about the next set of people coming up? Which is, oh, come on, don't do this. It should be right here. It should be right there. Oh no, what did I just do? Let me get out of that. I do not want to share that. What in the heck? All right, hold on. Bear with me, guys. Because this is a good little video. But again, like I said, I want to give you the visualizations of it as well. Oh, here we go, way down here. So now this next one, being under the category of people, is parents. There's some parents out here in the world that's making God look bad because, parents are stewards over the children. No matter what age you are, we're all God's children. Our grandparents are God's children. Our children to come, grandchildren to come, are God's children. So it doesn't matter what age we are, we're supposed to be stewards over the generation under us, and they're supposed to be stewards over us, the generation over us, right? Our parents and things of that nature. So there are some people in this world, such as parents, who have a tendency of making God look bad because God gave you these children, and then through your own selfish desires, sometimes putting men or women before your children, your job before your children, your lifestyle before your children, and things of that nature. You sometimes have a tendency of molesting your children, abusing your children, neglecting your children. And these are the things that, as parents, we need to look at. And I always refer this to the church for the most part, because all of these P words you generally can find in church. You'll find people in church, and you'll find parents in church. So I hope you get the idea as to how this is, leading up to. Can you think of any P words that I'm about to get into that may make God look bad? If so, put it down in the comments down below. And guys, when you think about this, it'll open up your mind and your eyes and your spirit to see people and parents and these other words we're going to get into, such as the next one we're going to do on my list here. If I can find it. Hold on. Oh, the next one is giving homage to priests, especially the ones that go around slapping little boys. I did a video on this called The Priest Slapping a Little Boy or something to that effect. But priests are supposed to be in church and around people to baptize, to encourage, to enlighten, to give the word of God, not to beat the hell out of your kids. And if you guys go back and watch that video I did, this priest here slapped a little boy in church. And a lot of little boys are being abused at the hands of the priests, especially in the Roman Catholic faith. So you guys go ahead and meditate on that a little bit and understand that people may have a tendency, some people, of making God look bad. And within the umbrella of people, we have parents, and now we have priests. Okay? So we're going to move right on along. We'll stop sharing that. And then we'll go right into... All right, 1 second here. Let me get rid of that. Oh, so now the next one we have coming up, we're going to get right into pastors, okay? Let me see if I can pull up this right here. Now, guys, I am not promoting any sexuality or anything like that of any nature. But as I Googled this man right here, several things came up. I remember watching Nick at Night, and this may be her video right here. They had to cover their cootie cat up because you cannot play or display certain things on YouTube. But Pastor David E. Wilson was caught on live camera, somehow recorded, eating or breaking bread south of the border on a woman that was not his wife. So pastors have a tendency of making God look bad, okay? And we're going to talk about that. And we did talk about that earlier in the video I did right before this, you all. So if you go back and watch that video about David E. Wilson and Pastor Jay Wilson here on YouTube being related, if not spiritually, some of the things they may have in common across the board as being, representation of God. I mean, you can make your mouth say anything, but you can never write a check that your ass can't cash. I mean, we writing all these things and saying all these things, but when it comes to living up to the word of God, a lot of people can't cash that check. So, David E. Wilson over on Facebook outed, called, exposed, however, doxed. This picture is floating around of him being, first of all, cheating on his wife. Second of all, he's a man. He can eat anything he wants to eat, but he needs to have a little bit more integrity and privacy about himself if he's going to be leading the flock or leading the people, right? So then we have, y'all don't like this kind of teaching because y'all know y'all some of the people that make God look bad. It's okay. You can change. Hell, I made God look bad at one time. That's why these kind of teachings come to me. So we're going to go right into the next P, which is, one of my favorites. Pastor John Gray, you all. Absolutely. Now, Pastor John Gray, I mean, he's a preacher. Excuse me. We're on preachers. He more like a preacher. The preachers, pastors, they're interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? But since the word pastor is there, since preacher is there, we're going to keep them separate. And I choose to use John Gray as a preacher. And he preached himself right into the news when he allegedly had a baby and an extramarital affair on his wife, Avatar. And then what he did was to win the people over. He pulled out Bible verses and sucked you up with the word of God. But how come the word of God didn't suck him up and consume him before he committed the alleged sin? Or just straight up cheated on his wife and got him some poo-poo on the side and had a baby in the midst of it, right? We like to sugarcoat and powder and pet and pamper what we say and how we say it. We don't like to offend people, but this is commentary, especially truthful commentary. So preachers have a tendency of making God look bad. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 P's we done went through. We got people, we got parents, we got priests, we got pastors, we got preachers. Can anybody think or guess what the next 3 are going to be? Well, like I said, not to tarry here long, we're going to get into prophetess. Hold on. And the most well-known prophetess is definitely Fabe here on YouTube. Psych. Y'all got jokes. Let me just see if this is her right here. Okay, so prophetess Juanita Bynum. All right, so she had her history of marital, spousal abuse and, fighting with her ex-husband, Thomas Weeks, allegedly. She had her spouts and bouts with mental illness and being locked up and on medication and thinking she was losing her mind and her way with God at one point. She had issues, and there's an interview on TBN that her and her mother did where her mother mentions like 8 or 9 times how she whooped the word of God. she whooped the word of God in her kids and whooped the devil out of Juanita. You know what I'm saying? So, you have prophetess, and then you have all the alleged scandals of her being gay, her and King Jives, allegedly with the other prophetess, King Jives' mother, who's in prison now for scamming the children, about some lunch program or whatever. I mean, wait till we get to the prophet. Oh, God, you'll see there's some prophets out here that actually make people look bad. But definitely you have prophetess out here making God look bad, right, wrong, or indifferent. If the word of God is not coming out of you for the people to be set free, then what justice are you really doing the Most High God, right? And the people thereof. So we're going to go right into Mr. Joshua Holmes, because he is definitely a prophet out here making the Most High God look bad. And the reason why I say that, because there was stories going around, and I Googled him several times to see what he was about. In one video I caught, he was in there talking, and this lady came in, started beating him up. But what he was saying was he don't want no demon peen in him. And I'm like, if you're a prophet of God, why are you even thinking about demon peen being in you? So this prophets may make God look bad. There's some prophets out here that may make God look bad to the one person listening. I'm telling you, there's 8 categories of P's, including people. People generalizes or is a broad umbrella for the 7 categories of parents. We have priests, pastors, preachers, prophetess, prophets. And I'm going to go ahead and get to this last one. Because, like I said, any person being a prophet or a prophetess of God, the only level of standard or high, pedestal you should be on is the word of God. And that's all that should be coming out of you. Yes, life is going to happen to you. Like I mentioned, a lot of people have issues, but a true prophet or prophetess of God is going to give you the word of God full time, all day, every day, nonstop, because they want you to have the mercy of God that comes behind the word of God. So now we're going to go ahead and get right into the last one. In the last letter P that tends to do God injustice are punks. And no, I'm not calling these guys right here punks. They're punk rocks, actually. Their style doesn't mean they're not godly or anything. This was the closest picture I could get to like misfits or, punks. Like, really, I always tell people Jesus is not a punk. Punks are weak people, similar to the Christians. They're out here repping God in every avenue and arena except for his word. And I think that's what's hurting the church and the people of the church. And like I said, I referenced these 8 categories of people: parents, priests, pastors, preachers, prophetesses, prophets, and punks, as being some people who may make God look bad. And unfortunately, if you're one of those people out here doing it, I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm here to tell you it's not too late. You can change. You can turn this thing around. So if this video blessed you, by all means, please cash at me at ReligionWinked TV or PayPal me at Drew L. Murray. Shalom, and thank you all for watching my video. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and use my content as long as you give me credit. And again, this was the 8 P's that may make God look bad. It's not anything in this world that can make God look bad, because God is God all by himself, people. But the people out here that's representing God surely can do a little bit better than we all have been doing. And with that being said, you've been watching ReligionWinked TV. Let me know what you think about this whole entire situation and categories of P's that may be out here making God look bad. Maybe I should have put Master P in there as well. Well, no, I like his little movies and songs, he used to make back in the day. We'll leave Master P out of this. I just want you people to focus on people who are parents, who are priests, who are preachers, who are pastors, who are prophetesses, who are prophets, and who are punks in this world that may be making God look bad. And if we can get them to either change and do better with the word of God, or relinquish it and let other people do what they have to do with the word of God, this world may be a better place. Peace, everybody. Shalom. You've been watching ReligionWinked TV. I'm your host, Drew. We've been sipping on all the spirituality we can because my spiritual ears stay. One day you guys will get into the truth and get into these videos. Until then, enjoy and be blessed.